Emotional branding is the future of human marketing. That's an article from 2020 and 2019 and 2012 and 2001. Emotional marketing has been the strongest tool in a marketer's toolbox since the mid 1800s. Then why is it still called the future of marketing? That's because it kind of is. Our emotions have been the secret to long lasting brand identities for decades. And brands know this. Take Shein, for example, a brand that, despite its questionable ethics and mediocre quality clothes, became a staple for fashion in our nation. It stood for something seemingly larger than itself, making fashion accessible to all. They achieved this by using not just influencers, but anyone with a large social media following. Shein took fashion from something that celebrities and the rich wore to something that the more popular people around you wore. And hey, you could wear it too. This is the crux of emotional branding, using emotions to grow the brand. Relate to a customer's core values, and their purchases will be beyond needs. They will want to invest in your company. Nike, a powerhouse for emotional branding, did an ad with Colin Kaepernick after his controversial kneel during the NFL. This caused a massive media feeding frenzy. Nike was bought and Nike was burned, but the fact remained that Nike sold. They knew their audience, the young who like to follow trends and the athletes, neither of whom were old, conservative, or traditional. This is the kind of stand that most brands don't have the guts to take, but it is what emotional branding requires. If the brand is connecting to its own consumers on an emotional level, it doesn't need to pander to anyone else's ideologies or anyone else's emotions. The art of manufacturing emotions through story is a staple of marketers. It's how movies become so successful, and it's also why we buy Lay's again and again, despite the fact that they just sell us air. Emotional branding is a brand creating a community. It's making a statement. People like us do things like this. It's why it's almost easy to imagine a brand that does emotional branding and does it well as a human. Jio, for example, from its slogans to its ad, promoted one ideology: Digital India. It found its niche, data. Now, data was extremely expensive, like 2000 rupees a month expensive. And so Jio's campaign began: unlimited data for unlimited good. The brand gave out free SIMs as part of their scheme. They also extended its alleged expiry date and gave massive concessions on mobile bills. Now, people that didn't have 4G phones had 4G SIMs, which meant that people upgraded to a 4G phone for their 4G SIM. Jio had created a lifestyle. Every other service provider scrambled to compete. And in this scramble, India went from the 150th country in internet users to having the second highest number of internet users in the world. It is today easy to imagine Jio as a tech-savvy, ambitious youngster who believes in an inclusive and equal India, and that is the power of emotional branding. Emotional branding is about creating a relation to the consumer. In the pursuit of the perfect product or the perfect service, companies today forget that this is the 21st century. To get behind your company and to purchase your products in the market of mass competition, people need a cause and a story to get behind. And if your brand doesn't have one, someone else's will. So yes, emotional branding is the future of marketing, but it is also its past and it is also its present.